Hello everybody, welcome to another one of my videos. My book bingo this year, I have a prompt where in order to complete the bingo, I have to read one book in one day. Okay. Now, you're probably thinking, especially if you've watched some of my other videos, I have done 24-hour reading vlog challenges where I've gotten like 3-4 books in a 24-hour period. But you have to understand that 24-hour period isn't actually just 24 hours straight. That is a 24-hour timer. I turn it on when I'm reading and then I pause it when I'm stopping and doing other things. And then I turn it back on when I'm reading again. So even though, yes, it's 24 hours of reading, it is in the course of 3 to 4 days. This is different because I have to read a book in a day, which for me is really hard to do. I have 3 kids. I am trying to get a bunch of cosplay done. I have a competition in August and my costume is nowhere near being ready. I'm starting to freak out about it actually. So this is going to be quite the challenge for me. I did pick a small book. This is a book that my bestie recommended for me and she read it. Okay, you guys, the title sounds so hilarious. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm reading it on my Kindle. I think it's only 240 pages, so it's kind of a small book, which makes it perfect. You know, there's no way I'm going to get through a big book in a day with my chaotic life. The title of the book is called Creamed by My Monster Stand Mixer. It sounds so hilarious. And she sent me a picture and we laughed about it for a while. And so then we were like, you know what? We've got to read it. We got to check it out. So that is what I'm going to do. Now it is currently 9:30. I have some stuff that I have to do. I'm probably not going to be able to start the book up until probably around, I'd say probably around midnight. So in light of a full 24-hour day, it's going to start from midnight to midnight, but I am hoping that I can get it done in this video for you guys. And it is going to happen, even if it's not this book. You guys, I'm not going to end this video until I have read a book in a day, but fingers crossed. Also, I do want to add too that today is literally the 29th of April. So I'm going to be doing this challenge on the 30th. And I really want to get this book done in April, even though I know you guys are seeing this in May and the prompt for my bingo is for May. I'm still going to count it. I really want to get one more book in for the month of April. So literally this challenge kind of just worked in together in order to stay on track for my 100 book challenge. I want to get one more book in this month. Okay, I'm feeling a little called out right now. The start of this book, this is what it says. Okay, you know those life hack articles and books and podcasts that talk about people who wake up at 4 to run 5 miles, chug lemon water with Himalayan pink salt, do a cold plunge, and tackle their one big task before the day really starts? Those people are full of shit. I feel attacked. I am not full of poop, people. So here's where we're at currently. It is 3 p.m. and I'm only on page 40 of my book. You guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one. I really don't know. I still have to go run 5 miles. I haven't done that yet. Today ended up being so much busier than I was expecting, and I normally expect busy. But I still have to go run 5 miles. I'm bringing my dog with me. She's an Alaskan Klee Kai. She's kind of short. She's a small breed, so can be kind of slow. But she only does that on training runs. When we do actual races, she's the 5K champion. We won a race together. She ran a 5K in under 28 minutes. It always gets frustrating when we go out on training runs and she's just slower than molasses. But honestly, I think she just gets bored. She likes the races because there's lots of people, lots of activity, and she wants to show off and look at me. But when it's just me and her, she's just like, I don't want to run. All I want to do is pee on everything. But I still have to keep her endurance up as well. So, I have to take her on at least a couple runs. And so that happens to be today. But because of that, I'm going to be out longer than I normally would if I was just running by myself. The good news is I threw a roast in for dinner. It's going to be super easy. I just have to come home and then shred it up and add some seasoning and it'll be ready to go. So I don't have to spend a lot of time cooking dinner when I get back. Spend the rest of the day just reading, basically. As for the whole cosplay thing, we only have the one sewing machine, my sewing machine, and I'm going to be letting her use that today so that she can get a bunch of her sewing done. So I'm not going to be working on my cosplay today anyways. So all I have to do is just sit down and read and help her every once in a while if she should get stuck, because she's still learning. So this is only her second competition in sewing, but I do like to be available in case she has a question or gets stuck somewhere, and I can kind of help her, walk her through it, and then have her do it. Yeah, anyways, long story short, I'm going to be doing this run, but then after the run, I'm pretty much going to be free for the rest of the day. So currently right now, the girl is like super quirky. I've done so much laughing already in this book. You guys, she talks to a sourdough starter like it's a person. And it just cracks me up. The poor girl is so busy and so lonely that she's talking to a sourdough starter plant. Okay, currently it is 7:09 p.m. I am on page 103, so I'm really close to being in the middle of the book. I just got out of the shower because I was really sweaty after my 5-mile run. I read for a little bit. When I got home, ate dinner, and then I read while I was doing that, and then I read a little bit, and then I got in the shower, and then I read a little bit here. But you guys, okay, let me defend my choices. Let me defend my choices, okay? My bestie and I, she's like my ride or die. Like, we're soul sisters, okay? That's just the way it is. She found this book, and like the name of the book just cracked her up. Like, she was just laughing forever. So then she sent it to me, and so then it just became this giant like laugh fest. And they were like, this book honestly is, just by the title alone, is going to be absolutely hilarious. And we're like curious, like, okay, we have to find out. So she's reading it as well, although she's finished it. She hasn't spoiled it for me, but she finished it before I did because I was in the middle of the book still. This is exactly what I expected from the title, you guys. Oh my gosh. It is a monster kitchen appliance smut book. And he's got tentacles and he's doing things with like whisks and like dough hooks. Oh my gosh. And I don't know why, but I'm finding it absolutely hilarious. But warning, this is a seriously smutty smut book, okay? She's like a baker and she works at this bakery and her hand mixer dies. And so this like mysterious mixer appears at her door and kind of turns into a humanoid dude with like multiple arms, like an octopus. And it gets smutty from there, and he does a lot of things with lots of arms. And I'm just sitting here going, wow, Susan, what a great book to pick for your reading vlog. Oh my gosh. I've already started it now. I'm halfway through and I still have several hours before my time is up. We're committed now, so you know what? Let's just own it. Back to the smut. I am 61% complete. It is currently 7:49 and she is bonded to a kitchen mixer. Okay, teach their own. Teach their own. I don't know why, but this book's cracking me up. There is some magical elements to this too. Apparently there's something very important about her, but it's not really being told yet. Now that she's bonded to this monster mixer, she can sense and feel the magic and the ley lines around her. It's like she can feel the magic through the mixer, and she's learned some things about her boss. Interesting. Continuing on. I should have been terrified. That's what a reasonable person would feel. A reasonable person would stop, wash her hands, sit down with a cup of tea, and call someone. A therapist, a priest. The Ghostbusters. The rocks were full. Sourdough. Ciabatta. I don't know all the names of the breads, but they named the bread. Bread I hadn't made. Well, I had made it technically, but also I hadn't. It had happened while I was occupied with other activities. OSHA could never know about this. The health inspector could never know about this. If anyone asked, I got up early. That was the story. I got up early and I was just very productive. People get productive. This is bringing baking to a whole new level, you guys. Okay, so I'm 79% complete. It's 8:47. And you know what? The book is picked up a little bit. I mean, honestly, there was a smut moment earlier on in the book, but it's been the only one in this entire book so far. I'm on page 166. There's only been one scene. Everything else has been just about magic and about feelings and her learning to accept her life and how she's different and changed. And so it's actually been quite interesting. I mean, if you get past the whole her in a relationship with a sentient being mixer, it's not too bad. Not really. The Flower Council. The Flower Council. And the puns keep coming. It's 9:48 p.m. I have finished my book with a few hours left to spare, which is awesome considering how I didn't actually read for the full day. I think realistically, the amount of time that I was able to read, I probably finished it in about 5 hours. It still counts, right? Like I read a book in a day. So check mark, boop. The end of the book was definitely interesting. She met a rolling pin and another bond is set, and it was saying something about 2 out of 5. And so I was just looking because there is supposed to be set to be 5 books. And so I'm thinking that this girl is going to end up bonded with a bunch of guy kitchen appliances. And because when I read the second book, there was a part in there that said something about reverse harem and stuff, which I'm not a fan of those types of books. So this is a series that I definitely won't be finishing, but or continuing or anything like that. Not a bad book for the first book. Not bad. Kind of weird, honestly. I've never read a book like this before, so it definitely gave me laughs just because I'm like, what the heck am I reading right now? And but it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I was expecting it to be like a weird smutty book and stuff, but honestly, like I said, in the entire book there was only one really like smutty type scene kind of in the middle or a little bit before the middle of the book or around the middle of the book. And then that was like it for the entire book. Everything else was all about learning who she is, learning about her magic, learning about her power, her ability, learning about the relationships of the people around her and kind of her life and stuff like that. It wasn't as smutty as I was expecting it to be. That was nice. When the first smut scene happened, I was like, oh great, we're spiraling down. But it actually wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. And again, like I said, it gave me a bunch of laughs because I was just like, okay, oh my gosh, whatever, you know. But yeah, you guys, I did it. I finished a book in a day, and it was a busy day too. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. If this book would have been any longer, there's no way I would have been able to finish it. It just so happened that it was like a 214-page book, which allowed for me to be able to finish it. If my day had went differently and I had all day to just read and do absolutely nothing else, then yeah, if it would have been a bigger book, I could have done it. But that's just not how my life goes, and with everything else I've got going on. But yeah, I'm still impressed. I got a book done in a day. I can check mark that off on my book bingo. Chink chink. And we're good to go, you guys. We're good to go. Anyways, I hope you guys like this little vlog style video, and who knows, maybe I'll do something like this again at some point, some kind of challenge to see if I can do or not. It was kind of fun, and I liked knowing at the start, not knowing if I was going to be able to do it or not, right? Like, I didn't know the outcome of what this video was going to be. I didn't know if I was going to be here saying, yay, I finished it, or guys, I tried, it didn't happen. Maybe I'll try again in another video, sort of thing, right? You know, so like not knowing what was going to happen, not having that knowledge. I don't know. It was just fun, but I'm glad I got through it. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you're new to my channel, stick around, like, subscribe, yeah, hang out. I talk about all sorts of book stuff. Sometimes I do vlogs. I talk about books that I'm going to be reading. I talk about books that I have read and my thoughts about those books. I'll do some like book recs, you know, just different things, like just all sorts of cozy book type content on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in, and then yeah, stick around, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.